Hello and very warm welcome, everyone. It's Marta here. A happy World Card Making Day, everyone. I am so happy and a little bit sad at the same time because this is the final day of our little collaboration. 4 days, four different designers, and each day you were getting some free designs. Here you have this absolutely amazing stamp set with two background papers. You can see here I went ahead and I colored and fussy cut all those elements, but one thing I need to tell you, I'm absolutely in love with these gnome images. Even my whole family has jumped on. Earlier on, before I start recording the video, I was here in my craft room with my son. You can see here we were coloring those images. However, because I have to publish the video very same day, once I finished coloring my version, my son went downstairs to finish his work in the living room, and then my husband even jumped on. I actually had to print the third copy for him because my son says like, oh daddy, let's color together. So the whole family was coloring those images. Thank you so much, Katerina. This is a fabulous set, not only for a card maker, but for everyone to play with. Now, here I am creating just a regular 8 by 8 inch card base, and I'm using this watercolor paper, which I showed you minute ago. And the reason why I'm using the watercolor paper, firstly, I like how sturdy it is because it's 300 GSM. I also like this texture of the watercolor paper, and besides, this paper is very affordable. So if I would buy the whole package of the 300 GSM paper, it would cost me way more than buying four blocks of this watercolor paper, and this is why I'm using it. But you can use any cardstock, preferably, or pre-made, pre-score card bases as well. That will be looking good as well. And if you don't want to create the large card like this one, you can also resize it and print it on A5 size card, so that way you'll be able to create like 6 by 6 inches card in a similar way I'm doing here. Now, I wanted to have a pop of green, so I've reached for this very old piece of the cardstock. You can see here it was lying on my shelf for such a long time that it even get discolored. The place where the sun was hitting, it has discolored. So it's finally the time to use it. Now, I haven't mentioned this one, but we're gonna be making a tunnel card today. So for that, I know two ways of creating those tunnel cards. You can either have the same image and cut it like several from several layers. So this would require me to print the same image like 4 or 5 times, but here I will be stretching one image and I will just cut the layer from the same image, and that way I'll be able to form a tunnel card as well. Now I have additional page here, but I reprinted because I wanted to fussy cut some elements here so I could get even more dimension for my card. Unfortunately, when I was reprinting it, one of them I actually had set up as borderless printing and the other one was without. So there is 2 mm difference between them in size, but I'm not gonna be bothered by that. I won't reprint it the third time. So here, to give my paper a little bit extra sturdiness, I am covering it with the glue very well, like in the center, on the edges, or all the area, and I am placing it on this green color card, which is also like 250 GSM, so it's quite stiff. But I've made one mistake. I was too impatient for before cutting those rings, and I didn't wait till the adhesive was completely dry. So my card was a little bit damp. It wasn't wet, but what happened here, I had a very hard time to remove this masking tape. And I probably use it too much. I should maybe just, tuck it a few times on my clothing just to get a little bit extra adhesive away from the masking tape. But I help myself with my heat gun tool, and this is always the best way to use if you're struggling with taking off your washi tape or masking tape and you don't want to tear your lovely design paper. Just use the heat tool and this will help you out. Now, I had one bit which was falling off, but that was before I used the heat gun tool, so I was like, oh no, I ruined it. But later on I actually managed to cover it up, so it wasn't bad. Now, I cut myself 3 additional layers from the black color cardstock, and I'm doing that so I could have the easier way to adhere my tunnel card, and in overall the card will be a little bit more sturdy. So what I'm doing here, I am taking each of those layers, I am puzzling the frame inside, and then I am using my pencil just to mark the circle. I will be cutting those circles, but I am using one size larger, so I'm only doing those pencil mark as my guide. This will help me out, and all this tunnel card will be very easy to assemble, especially with the circular one, because you can actually assemble this circular frame on its own, but it's so much fussing with trying to put the foam tape all around. Now, this foam tape I am using here, this is a construction foam tape. You can buy them in a hardware store. They are very inexpensive in comparison to the craft foam, but they do exactly the same job. So this is why I like to use it, and it's coming in these big rolls you can see here. And I'm buying it in a local store, in a hardware store, sorry. So this is very inexpensive, and because I have this black layer underneath, I am adding my frame directly to this black layer, and I don't have to fiddling with trying to put the foam tape, like so many layers of the foam tape on each of those circular frame. So I am only adding the 4 pieces of the foam tape all around the edges and a couple extra bits to support. And on those support bits, I haven't even removed the this cover page protective paper because it's there only for support, not for gluing. Once I'm happy, I am adding the glue around this black circle, and then I am puzzling back the frame. I think I'm finding this is the best way to create those tunnel cards, and you're not even have to use the foam tape. If you have the cardboard packaging, you have some postal box or something, you can cut the strips of the cardboard and use them as the strips on the edge instead of the foam tape, and you'll be able to create a lovely tunnel card without stressing that you have to fight with the foam tape to create those rice circles. So here again, I am puzzling back another piece, and once all of them are done, I am adding strips of the foam tape to the back area of this piece, and then I will puzzle back the last piece directly on my card base. So here again, 4 long strips and 4 additional in the corners just for support. And then I am placing it on my card, and you can see here how beautiful and dimensional it already looks like. And then I am puzzling back this little last piece directly on my card base. Once I'm finished with creating the base, this tunnel card, it's time for me to start decorating it. And here I am starting from this additional piece of the paper which I've reprinted, and I'm fussy cutting a couple of the extra elements which I will be adhering just so I could get even more dimensional effect. This is super easy. And this is something you can use not only on a tunnel cards, on all sorts of the cards. If you have some scenery design which has some like a tree or hills, houses, or other elements, you can fussy cut them, especially with the digital elements. With digital design is super easy because you can reprint another page and then use it. And here you can see a quick fix with the green marker. That was when I was trying to take off the masking tape and that little piece was ripped out. But once I went over there with the marker, you couldn't even tell that there was a hole there. But as I'm saying, it wouldn't probably happen if I would wait a couple extra minutes for the glue to dry. The paper was a little bit damp, so the masking tape has ripped it out. Here I am backing the head of the mushroom a little bit extra with the foam tape, and some of the elements I will rise a little bit more, some of them a little bit less, and I absolutely love these elements. These are super cute, and I think that they're just so perfect, especially for this time of the year. We have this lovely autumn scenery behind the window, so it was very nice to play with those elements. And here initially when I was coloring those berries, I actually create the green leaves. I don't even know what I thought, but when I put them on the image, like on my design paper, I was like, no, it's too green. So to change it, I went back with some brown color marker and just redo it. It's so easy. These stamp images, they are perfect for coloring, and for anyone who doesn't like coloring, actually, you can just fussy cut them and use your like inks, finger dabbers as well. That'll be great. And for leaves or mushroom, you can go over there with the finger dabber instead of the coloring. I used pro marker, but this would be great for some pencils or alcohol, all sorts of watercolor markers, alcohol markers, so many things you can do here that it's just possibilities are endless. And again, I am supporting myself with couple of the extra images from the design paper, and I'm trying to build up nice composition. I really love this cute jars filled with stars. I think they are so nice. It remind me those little like bags which are I don't know the name, the one which are lightening in the dark. So I think this is so cute. And here I am adding some extra leaves with the help of the hot glue. Here I have this super cute mushroom house, and there's actually two of the houses in the set, but this scenery is not large enough to fill all the elements Katarina has designed, so I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can. But this will only tell you that if you print it once and color it all, you will have definitely more to create, not just one but two, maybe three cards. I think those gnomes are super cute, not only for the autumn, but there is a couple of them, so they will be great for some like love cards as well. So dependingly how you color them, they could be used for so many different occasions as well. Here I'm adding a couple extra leaves here and there, and those little extra branches. Sometimes if you want to tackle the element behind those layers, you can help yourself with a scissors or tweezers just to help you to push them a little bit further. And again, once I'm happy with the placement, I am either adhering my elements directly with the hot glue, and whenever I feel like I would like them to be a little bit more dimensional, I am just popping a little extra layer of the foam tape behind. Here you can see there's so many different things. There's those acorns, mushrooms, pieces of grass, so you can actually change the scenery, and if you color the leaves in green or something, that could be great for the spring or summer season as well. Here I'm using this autumn vibe sentiment, which was designed by Monica Crafting with Quilling Lady channel, who is the brain behind this whole cooperation, and I love it so much. All of the designs, I think they're just turned out so beautifully, and if you seen all 4 videos, and you will get all 4 freebies, that's 10 pages of the free designs for you, my friends. Now I am finishing my card by adding couple extra stars, and the card is ready. I hope you enjoyed this inspiration, and I hope you take a time to visit Katarina channel and all other channels as well to see their inspiration. And of course, don't forget to share, like, and comment. And thank you so very much. Once again, happy card making day, everyone. And I'm gonna see you shortly. Have a lovely day, and bye bye.